Let me ask you this question. Do you prefer male counselors, male therapists over female therapists? Well, this is the conversation that we were having. Well, not the conversation we're having, but this is something that came up during the interview with Sam Trax. So he feels that men do not give great advice when it comes to therapy. So I want to know your thoughts, right? So that's the conversation we're having with Sam Trax, our guest here. He's a Grammy Award nominated music producer who we have here as a guest. So we had a fantastic time with him for episode 1. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, go back and watch it now and then come back for episode 2. So we're having a great conversation. So I hope you're enjoying it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into part 2 of the interview.
Therapy is literally my reason for change, bro.
Nice.
God,
nice.
Therapy.
That's awesome.
Literally, man.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was asking, because normally therapy is not an easy conversation for men to digest. You know, when
why is that though?
Because it's like, you know, it's all about being macho, right? So they're like, I'm not gonna sit in front of another guy and just like talk about my feelings.
Okay, so now that I'm not doing that. No, bro. Every time I go through therapy, no. Every time I go through that, it's really. I've had a plethora amount of therapists. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. They all have been women. Okay. And and don't judge me, bro. Okay,
I'm not judging.
Don't judge me.
I'm curious though. Why do you find yourself gravitated towards women?
I don't think men give the best advice, bro.
Really? No.
I don't think men are the smartest people. We're not the smartest people in the world, bro.
You don't think like a man can relate to you better than
absolutely not,
relate?
bro. Not when it comes to mental and emotional awareness, bro.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Oh
man.
wow.
Absolutely not. This is just me.
Okay.
This is don't guys, don't kill me. This is just me. I don't think,
because certain conversations when you're having them, right? It's like you men to men, you know, we can understand each other, right? You know what I'm saying?
No,
without going into details, you know, we can kind of like we understand each other. But
JR, we just met today.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it up stacked with you. I'm a million behind it. Mm-hmm. Like, men are good leaders. Yeah. Men are good. We give good wisdom. Uh-huh. We know how to lead an army. Right. We know how to lead a battle. Mm-hmm. We know how to coach a football game. Right. Right. Yeah. we know how to instill fear in our children, or even like certain things. Yeah. But emotional awareness, bro, I promise you, man. Women are more gifted at that, bro.
I get that. I'm not.
Women are more intellectually. They're built that way. There's a certain it's scientific.
No. I know. I'll give you that. Yes, they are more emotionally, aware or whatever. I get that, and that's why nowadays, like when people are, trying to get into a relationship, they're always talking about, I want a man who's emotionally aware or who's emotionally available. Bro. I'm like, where did this term come from all of a sudden?
Because they realized they needed to start verbalizing what they actually really wanted.
Yeah.
A lot of women, and I'll be real with you, like, and I don't want to go too crazy about it, and I'll speak on, my kid's mom. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of our issues is because, bro, her mom did not teach her how to verbalize what she needs from a man, what she wants from a man. Okay. I think a lot of things that we learn, bro, is from TV, music videos, especially our era. We're millennials, so our era was more TV. It was more TV, more like video games. Like our culture started building the video game culture very more. Now video game is like, it could be a living now. Right. But, exactly. Yeah, but I think honestly, like, why we started hearing women say a lot of that, man, is because they just got tired of that. They realized like they just want somebody to like really like have a conversation on an emotional level.
Yeah.
You know.
But do you think that you were communicating what you were looking for or wanted like adequately? You are.
Nah, bro. I know now.
You know, yeah.
I know now. I absolutely know now.
Right.
Like before, that's why I said, remember when we were talking about, like, I was like, hey, like, I take full responsibility, responsibility
Yeah.
for how the relationship went. Because, man, I just, like, I felt like, now I feel so, like, it's awakening, but I felt mentally, emotionally, I feel like I was dumb. Like, I didn't communicate. I was angry.
Yeah.
You know, I had resentment. I also had trauma from previous relationships.
Okay.
That, you know, we wear all of that stuff, man. We get triggered by that. That's the word. We get triggered by it. And, bro, it's just, fellas, I'm telling y'all right now, man, just trust me on this.
Talk to them.
Go to therapy, right? Go to therapy. And when you go to a therapist, see a woman therapist. I promise you. You can have a male therapist.
Yeah.
Male therapist is more like a life coach.
Okay.
Right? But when you really want to really sustain yourself, man, in a space where you can respect a woman.
And deal with your emotions.
Not be angry, frustrated at her. You can still get mad. You guys are going to have conversations. You're going to get argued. Yeah. But you'll learn how to reel it in. Right? Because you're going to take a second and you're going to read her body language and you're going to be like, oh man, okay. Like, I just missed something and I just figured it out. Right? And I learned that with women therapists, bro. Gotcha. They allow that space. Men, I've only had like 2 male therapists. I hated that energy, bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I don't want them to be on my side.
Okay. But were you being forthcoming?
I was being 100% forthcoming.
Okay.
I just didn't want them to be on my side. The energy that I was getting, I needed someone to hold me accountable. I wanted someone to hold me accountable. I wanted someone to be like, look, what you're saying and how you feel is valid. Yeah. But let's talk about the role you played in this.
Right. Now that's powerful. You know, that's powerful.
Let's talk about the role you played in this.
I like the fact that you said, you know, you weren't looking for someone to be on your side. So you wanted to be held accountable.
Yeah, man, it's work.
I think that was powerful.
It makes you stronger. It makes you better.
A lot of us, and sometimes we see that a lot, right? We look for people who's going to support us. We look for people who's going to agree with us. Not necessarily
human nature.
Not necessarily people who's going to hold our feet to the fire and say, "No, bro, you were wrong. No, you shouldn't have done that."
How do you feel about that?
About what?
Like the accountability part. Like where in life did you find that for you?
So I had a very close pastor friend of mine that I talk to regularly on like a weekly basis. Yeah. You know, so that really kind of like had me grounded. Yeah. You know,
spiritual leadership is probably outside of a therapist. Well, not outside. I think they're hand in hand.
Yeah, in addition to it.
Bro, spiritual guidance is probably the best outside of therapy, or if therapy is your second and spiritual leadership is your first. Yeah. I always feel like that's the best thing you could ever get in life, man. Because God is literally our first therapy. Right. Our first therapist. Yep. So I think that's great that you have that. Some people don't want to tell nobody their business, bro.
Yeah, I know, and that's the problem, you know. So when you find yourself in that space, then it becomes a cycle. You know, so that marriage didn't work out, and then you just jump into the next relationship without doing the work and without trying to figure out why you act a certain way, why you behave a certain way, why you think a certain way, right? Then you find yourself in that cycle. Why? Because you don't want to sit in front of someone and talk. You don't want to tap into that, you know, emotional things. Because I did a couple of episodes on mental health, right? And there was a gentleman that I was speaking with, and he was saying like some of the stuff that came up in the marriage is things that happened in his childhood that he never addressed. You know what I'm saying?
And that stuff be crazy.
Exactly.
We don't even realize as adults that we're still big kids.
Exactly. Yep. They follow us, you know? So So that's why it's important for us
Yeah,
to
man.
to do the work, and that's why like when you were talking about therapy, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But you know what? Nowadays, I think I see more men being open to the idea of going to therapy, not necessarily following through,
So
but at least they are opening up to
we
it.
didn't talk about, we didn't really like, what is the actual, you said macho, what is the actual reason why men don't like therapy?
Well, that's the thing, because it's not that we don't like it, right? It's always been said that men don't talk about their feelings. Men do not be, or shouldn't.
But why don't we?
Shouldn't be vulnerable.
Shouldn't
You
we?
shouldn't be vulnerable.
Yeah.
You shouldn't show emotions.
Yeah.
You got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, whatever comes at you, you gotta take it like a man, eat it, and then just keep moving.
And
you know what I'm saying?
that's old school, bro.
Right, but in the meantime, people are dying with stroke. People are dying with heart attack.
Yes.
People are dying of stress.
Yes.
It's all because of
they've been experiencing cardiac arrest on and off.
Exactly.
Like,
because of unprocessed emotions. Undealt with emotions. So that's one of the reasons why they don't do it, right? It's because they've been brought up with that mindset, and people look at them, weird, right?
Yes.
I mean, in the past, maybe now they're starting to be a little more understanding, but in the past, when they hear a man is going to therapy, it had to be like, in the down low. You don't talk about it. You don't tell people. People don't know about it.
When my mom passed, the funniest thing, man. I'm telling all of this here.
Yeah.
When my mom passed, I told my dad, I was like, hey man, what you think about therapy? He was like, therapy?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. He's like, I don't feel like I'm losing my mind.
See? Yeah.
And I said, Dad, therapy, the same way you pray to God and the same way you go to your pastor for counseling, he's being your therapist.
Right.
And he looked at me, he said,
You just never called it therapy, but it's a therapy session.
I was like, before you got married, and you sat down with your pastor, and they talked about
for counseling,
that's marriage therapy, like premarital therapy.
Yeah.
And he's like,
So Haitian.
Yeah.
He's just realizing it. It's actually making sense.
Like the craziest light bulb came out of his head.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like his therapy now, I think he has a form of therapy. And I think therapy is not always like talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Therapy is, you could be like, you have an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. So I'm witnessing what his therapy is. I'm noticing it. Of course, it's music, obviously, because I see like it's minds as well too.
Yeah.
But I do understand what you're saying, but I do feel like that concept has a lot to do with what we were taught, like educational wise.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Especially as Caribbeans, it's just, they tell you if you're going to therapy, because again, I was in therapy since I was young.
Yeah.
Because my parents thought something was wrong with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't something that was necessarily wrong with me. Bro, I have ADHD.
Yeah.
Now, ADHD, the way people throw that around now, JR, it's like, oh, my ADHD is acting up. How many times do you hear somebody say, oh man, I have ADD?
Yeah.
Like they literally just be saying it, and they don't even necessarily even know if they do.
No.
Right?
It's almost like it's a trend.
It's an excuse too. It's an excuse. But I got tested. I actually have ADHD.
Okay.
I legit have ADHD. And what that is, and you can look it up, is, we all know what that is, right? We understand, but you can exist and you can survive and you can be great,
right,
with having these traits, right? But growing up in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Like having ADD or saying ADHD is like, oh man, we got to put him on Ritalin and all of this. And my parents was like, no way. You know what I mean? But I had therapy. I had they had people that kind of taught me how to, behavioral things, how to understand how to focus, how to like understand and lock in. But I think I was lucky enough to experience that where now I'm telling my friends now, like, hey, bro, therapy.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like, yeah, don't force it on me. I said, I'm not forcing it on you.
Right.
I'm just saying, bro, like, just consider it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
So do you feel like therapy made you a better father?
Therapy made me a better person, but it did make me a better father. I was always going to be a good father. I feel that because I had a great father.
Okay.
My dad was great.
Nice. So you guys had a good relationship?
My dad that's my boy. Yeah, that's my boy. I feel like him as a husband is different.
Yeah. So you guys are close?
Absolutely.
So what was the conversation like when you had to tell him that you guys are getting a divorce or whatever?
Yo, so exclusive, guys, exclusive. Because there's a lot of people, JR, that know me.
Yeah.
They don't know what happened.
Okay.
They have no clue.
I mean,
I'm very private. Like, I'm very private. My parents didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
Because I literally, when things started to fall apart, I kind of just kept everything. Because I wanted to protect her too.
Yeah.
I didn't want my family to attack her.
Right.
I didn't want my family to attack me. So I kept it very not hush. What I did was I kept it very much to myself. Until I got to a place where my mom started to kind of like, I realized that she was leaving us.
Okay.
I had the conversation with her and my dad. It was like, hey, things didn't work out.
Wow.
Kept it simple. Things didn't work out. We had some crazy differences. But we're good. Like, we're cool. At the time.
Do you have any siblings?
I do.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay. So the reason I'm asking is like, you're the oldest, it's for them to see that their oldest is getting divorced now. That must
It was embarrassing, bro. It was embarrassing, JR, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It really, like, I went through a lot, man. It hurt me. Like, a lot of my friends, a lot of people that looked up to me, like, for my to realize that my marriage wasn't gonna work out, it hurt me, man. It hurt. It broke my character. It broke my status. All of the stupid macho man stuff that, we think we care about.
Yeah.
It broke my status. It broke my, it just broke everything. And then I realized, like, because of therapy, I had to commit to it because of therapy. Like, I realized, like, you know what? People make mistakes.
Yeah.
Things happen, man. Stuff don't work out. We are embarrassed. We uphold such... We are our biggest demise, man.
We are.
It's like, ain't nobody even thinking about it like that, like the way that we are.
No.
We are our biggest demise. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to tell nobody about it. We're embarrassed about it. And then as soon as we actually really start talking about it, people are like, we knew it was going. We saw this coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could have just talked to me about it from day one.
Right.
So
what did they say? Your parents?
My dad was like, I understand. My mom straight up, I say this. Parents change. Parents evolve when they notice that, something bad happened in your life and they notice what it did for you. They'd rather just see you be a better person.
Yeah.
They just want to see you happy. They just want to see you heal. They just want to see you back to yourself. And I was broken. There was a lot that happened to me and I really couldn't keep it together. And I kind of like crumbled up into a ball. And then when I started to come out of that shell, my parents were just happy that I was just becoming better. That's all they cared about. They didn't judge me. They didn't say anything. Bro, it's like we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Because they just wanted to make sure that I was okay.
You were okay, yeah.
So I'm grateful for that experience.
Gotcha.
You know, I didn't get the judgment. I didn't get the judge card. I didn't get the, you know how Haitians are.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know how Christian Haitians are.
Oh yeah.
They're so hard on us, man.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. My parents adjusted. You know, it's like they almost, because my mom, she started going to like interdenominational churches.
Okay.
So she started to become mentally and emotionally aware. They started to educate her and be like, hey, you know, people make mistakes.
Right.
Don't beat them up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Things don't work. And I saw the change in my parents. They just wanted me to be okay, bro.
Gotcha.
So it was a surprisingly, it was a very chill, you know, experience.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were at any point like you were experiencing depression or anything?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was that like?
It was hard. I'm still dealing with it now.
Yeah.
You know, and not because of the marriage, because of, you know, it transferred. It went from the marriage failing.
Yeah.
And then I got into a better space with that. And then my mom died.
Right.
So then now I'm in this space where it's like, what it's called is I have hyper depression. It's like I'm a functional, you know, person that has a little bit of depression.
Okay.
It's like you have your moments, and then after that you kind of shake it off, and then you work through it. You know what I mean?
How do you deal with that?
Honestly, you know, prayer, man. God, bro. Thank God for God, man. I feel like a lot of people, if you don't have a higher power that you kind of believe in, because we're not here to be on this world alone, bro. And we're not alone. And we have to like believe that. You know, I can't, you know, I don't like speaking too much on religion because I know everybody has their own faith and their own place, and you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, when it comes to my faith and my belief, I believe that God, man, really can really help us and push us through whatever it is. He'll guide us. He'll let us know what we need. He'll let us he'll probably be that voice like, stay in therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, forgive this person. Let this go. Talk to your brother. Talk to your sister. Whatever the case may be. That little voice, you know what I mean? So I think, for me, I thank God that I have a relationship with God, man. That really keeps me intact, man.
That's awesome.
For real.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome, man. Because that's, you know, that's the one thing that's going to keep us grounded, you know?
That's the only thing that really got me back together, man. Like, with this music industry, there's so much chaos. There's so much deception.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of, you're being misguided, bro. You know? People are telling you all types of stuff, man. And you really, if you don't have that ground level with a higher power, it's almost impossible to kind of like really sustain yourself and keep yourself in the right place.
Yeah.
We're not God. There is a God.
Yeah.
So we have to understand, like, hey, when things kind of fall apart, we have to like pray and believe in that, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see, you know, you doing the work, and then you are in a much better place now. So
Thank you,
that's
bro.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
So tell me about the project. What is it called?
Black Cherry.
Black Cherry.
Black Cherry Volume 1, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so this project, honestly, is a project, it's a spoken word project. I was inspired to do it because of the nomination that I got.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Okay.
So the nomination that I got was in spoken word. So this project, I didn't do it because of that, but it made me say, okay, I always wanted to do a project like this.
Okay.
So after being nominated, I kind of started curating it. My best friend, Jimmy Newso, shout out to Jimmy Newso, I sent him this song, I sent him this track, and normally what happens is, you know, like, I'd send him tracks for us to like work for artists.
Yeah.
We write songs for people, whether for pitching for movies, sync situations, all of that.
Okay.
Man, he sent me this song called Trust Issues, and I was just like, yo, what is this? And it was a little bit in the homie Ojo, he's on there as well too, another singer.
Okay.
And just listen to them sing, and he did spoken word on it. I literally said to myself, I was like, all right, I don't know if I'm gonna do a spoken word project yet. I'm gonna try to pitch this song. And crazy funny thing is, the song was supposed to go to Don Toliver. So Don Toliver was supposed to have it, which is a rapper artist, and then another artist, which is an artist that's signed to Kendrick Lamar's label, he was supposed to get the track. And then when Jimmy actually wrote the song, I was like, no, we're keeping this.
Yeah.
And then it started to slowly but surely form into this poetry spoken word project called Black Cherry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
So the Grammy is what inspired it.
The Grammy inspired it, and the Grammys inspired it, and then what the main thing was, I realized that I wanted to kind of give a message that was in the form of poetry. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be clear enough for people to hear.
Okay.
You know, and that's what, you know, like I realized, like, that was always something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So once the Grammy happened and I went through that process with Malik Yusuf,
Okay.
I was like, okay, I got to do something like this myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
Now, did you say like there's a dedication to your ex-wife, or she inspired some of the songs or something like that? Or
So with the album, a lot of the songs, like I wrote with some of my friends, they all had their own stories. But how I spearheaded it was really, the album is really based on just therapy, vulnerability, relationship, trust issues, and accountability. You know what I mean? The whole entire project. And what made me call the project Black Cherry was, honestly, you know, I feel like I've been stereotyped because I'm a dark-skinned man.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what, and I'm pretty sure you can understand what I'm saying. It's like being a darker person, it somewhat, you know, it has its own stereotype. And I felt like the fruit cherry, Black Cherry, really it signified who I am, what I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I felt like the project kind of poetically felt like it fit perfectly with that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's good. So how's is the project released, or are you still
the
finalizing it?
project is officially out. It's been out for 2 weeks, man. And it's been doing great, man.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what kind of responses are you seeing so far?
It's been doing great, man. Like the main song still. So the song with my good friend Xavier Wright and this new friend and artist this guy I just met, man, named Blues.
Okay.
Blues is a poet. He's a poet, and Xavier is a singer-songwriter. And we did this song called Still, and the song is basically talking about Black queens.
Nice.
You know, we are basically putting out positive affirmations out there for our ladies, especially a lot of things. This, of course, so goes back to my growth from my previous relationship. I feel like if we pour more into our ladies, you know, they'll heal better.
Right, we'll get better outcomes.
So that song lately, as of right now, it just charted on the iTunes chart, man, this week.
That's nice.
Global spoken word charts at 16.
Okay.
And it's still there, which I'm grateful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because it's like, it's a blessing to experience this because people that I work with are major, right? So I'm experiencing that with them.
Gotcha.
But for me to experience that with my own music, it's been a blessing.
That speaks volume.
Yeah, bro. It's been a blessing.
So for people who are listening, if they want to check out the music, where do they go?
Everywhere, man. All DSPs. You go to, you know, whatever you prefer. YouTube, iTunes Music, Tidal, Spotify, all the DSPs.
Yeah, look for Black Cherry.
Yeah, just look for it. Look for Samtrax, SAMTRAX, Black Cherry Volume 1. You'll find the project. We just released the instrumental part of it too. So if you're a person that just wants to listen to good vibes, the music is also really, really, really good as well too, man.
Nice.
For real.
So do you sing as well, or?
I sing as well. I sing, I write, I produce. This album, I did a lot more background singing. I created more of a compilation project because I really wanted to do this win with these people.
Gotcha.
These are like my friends that I really care about. You know what I mean? And I really wanted to showcase them with my art. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And you're also working on producing and Garcon.
Yeah, and Garcon,
yeah.
man. Shout out to Ann, man. Like that's how I got put on to you your show, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ann. So Ann, she's a good friend of mine. She's really been in my corner. When I left the gospel music scene, she's always kind of been like, hey, you know, and she pulled me back in, man, because I actually stepped away from that.
Oh, yeah?
So now, I stepped away from doing gospel music for a while.
Was there any particular reasons?
Man, you know, keep it simple. Like, I just felt like it wasn't genuine. You know, a lot of people that I was working with, you know, a lot of things that I was seeing, I just felt like, you know, when it comes to God, when it comes to religious, and it comes to Christ-like music, bro, you be serious about it, man.
That's right.
If you're not going to be, I don't want to work with it, man.
Yeah.
So I prefer doing my day job, which is just producing other things, making my money and paying my bills.
That's right.
So Anne always had faith and has had hope. She loved the passion that I have for God's work. And she always believed that I was still able to, you know, do what I needed to do. So shout out to you, Anne. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being my little angel on the side, just pushing me and encouraging me.
I'm excited to you know, to hear that album as well. You know, so I'll be checking out.
Her single's out now. She got a single now called Praise God.
Praise God. Okay.
Please go check it, man. It's pretty good, man. Just Afrobeat, Creole, Haitian vibes, and then the full entire project is going to be a live experience that we're going to put out. So we're you know, working on the, you know, little edits and stuff like that, but it should be coming to you soon.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
So if anybody wanted to reach out to you for, I guess, music production, producing or whatever, so how do they reach you?
Yeah, it doesn't work like that for me. Okay, so I'll be real with you. I'm not in a space where I'm really taking in people like that.
Okay, gotcha.
But I am very open to new talent.
Gotcha.
100% very open to new talent. So if you got something, I want to hear it.
Okay.
Send it to me. Go to my Instagram, SamTrax, @SamTrax, SAMTRAX. DM me. If you're watching this show, if you're watching this pod, like, just hit me. Like, I literally, anybody that knows me, I listen to everything. I'm not a person that, I don't shut things down.
Okay.
I don't do that. But I am very critical, and I give constructive, like, hey, I'm not in a space to work on this.
Gotcha.
I'm not in a space to work on that. I don't know if I'm the guy for you, but I will direct you to someone. Gotcha. Depending on your budget. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But definitely. Just keeping it real. That's just the space that I'm at right now in life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
That makes sense. So do me a favor. Going back to the statement that you made when you were talking about, your marriage and your music career and, the sacrifice that has to be made. And so unfortunately it seems like, your marriage ended up getting sacrificed for that. So I want you to talk to the audience for someone who may find themselves in the same situation where they have a passion, something that they want to pursue, something that they want to do, but at the same time, they're in a relationship or they're in a marriage. What do you recommend as far as finding the balance, between the two?
That's tough, but it's possible. I'd say the balance is this, man. Communication. It's very simple. If you are able to really have a conversation with whoever it is that you're with, give them the opportunity to be able to adjust with you. They might want to adjust it for you, but you also have to do the same thing. You got to give it back. You know what I mean? Because in relationships, you take turns. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time. That's the one thing I feel like I learned now. I didn't do that. I didn't understand it back then. Okay. But when you find someone that you really feel like you want to go through the trenches with them, like, for real, like, you got to talk to them and really talk to them and say, hey, listen, this next year I'm going to need this. Are you capable of this? Are you willing to go through this with me?
Right.
If you guys have a good open line of communication, you can get through it. If they're not open to it, then you know your answer. You know where you're going. You know what you need to do. At the end of the day, man, like, I think we don't value communication the way that we should. Communicating is really the most important tool to everything in life, bro.
Yeah.
So if you communicate, you're like me coming today, like, and watching you prepare things and talking to your team, you got your son and all of that, like, you're a great communicator. And I like that. Like, it's like, we have to, like, really let people know, like, what we want and what we need.
Yeah.
And make sure that you're being heard, they're being heard, everybody understands what's happening.
Exactly.
And it's all possible.
Yeah.
It really is.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Well, Sam, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to be here on.
This was listen, man. This was an honor, man. Thank you. Thank you for really, like, having me, honestly. And I feel like you have given me a space to, like, tell my side of this story.
Absolutely, man. And this is the first time, and certainly not the last.
Yeah, no. We kindred, man. We locked in, man. We locked in, my brother. Thank you,
man. And I wish you nothing but success,
my
with,
brother.
Black Rose.
Thank you,
right?
man. Black Cherry.
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, man.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our episode for today. It was an absolute pleasure to have Sam Trax and in the house on the set of 2.0. Now I can proudly say I hosted a Grammy-nominated music producer on my show. All thanks to Sam Trax. So it is great to have him here. So we appreciate his time and sacrifices. And I hope that you took heed to everything that he said. You listened to everything that he said and apply them. Listen, number one, don't be afraid of going to therapy. Don't be afraid to consider therapy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in considering therapy. And as you know, on this show, we don't promote divorce. It is true that I am divorced, but we don't promote it. I just want to let you know, if you find yourself in the position that you're all going through a divorce right now, just know that you're not alone. Okay? You don't have to go through it alone. Feel free to reach out to someone, whether it's a therapist or a pastor friend, or even reach out to me if you want to have a conversation. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Just want to let you know you don't have to do this alone. All right? So reach out and speak to someone and seek help. It's there's no shame in seeking help. And don't forget, live every day as if it is your last day, because one day it will be. Thanks for watching 2.0. I'll see you next time.